Hi everyone, consumer investigator Dale Cardwell, and you're watching Behind Inside Investigations. Senior producer Marnie Zambri, we call this story Western Union.
So this story was really upsetting to investigate and upsetting to watch because it really hits on a level that's beyond I'm just taking money from you. It hits you at an emotional level.
Yeah,
and
it's cruel.
It's a cruel con. Besides the fact that you're, like I said, that you're losing this money, folks that are taken by these imposter schemes or these schemes where a loved one is supposedly calling them, they're going to have emotional trauma from this.
Yeah, and so Grandma, 93 at the time?
Yeah, I think she was maybe a little younger. I know she's not like 95 now.
Okay, and so she believed that she was getting a phone call from her grandson's attorney who said that he had been in a car accident, but it was worse than that. It was a hit and run, and that he had been drinking and he was in jail. And the attorney said, and he doesn't want you to tell his dad. Oh, that's horrible, Marnie.
It's horrible. So Grandma, as we explained in the story, she went ahead, she got some cash, she sent it, she went to the Western Union as was directed by the attorney, and she came back to the house.
The fake attorney.
The fake attorney, as directed by
So you believed it?
No, I didn't believe it. But when she came back home, what was even worse is that they said to her again, it's not enough. We need more money. We're going to try to bribe the judge. I mean, basically they're saying we're going to break the law here. You need to go to a different Western Union and send some more money.
Okay, a couple of reasons that this scam is so successful. Because, first of all, you can send money via Western Union that's not traceable. And so the federal authorities have taken action about that. We'll talk about that in a second. But number two, the people at the kiosk where you're ordering the wire generally will not stop you. And it's just so obvious. Here's an elderly person that's sending money out of the country, and they don't call the police.
No, they didn't call the police. The second time she sent it, she went back home, and they said that they had received it and that they were good. But this is the hardest part. She never heard from her grandson. She didn't know if he was out of jail, didn't know anything. And what ended up happening is she sat on that information for at least 2 weeks. Didn't tell anybody because that's what the attorney directed her to do.
Didn't she eventually go to a family get-together?
Well, the grandson came and visited, and she sidled up next to him and started asking him, "Are you okay? Did you get the money?" And he's just looking at her like, "What are you talking about?" And that's when they found out that no, she'd been scammed out of more than nearly $5,000.
Which is a warning sign to you guys. It can happen to anybody. It can happen to your family. The good news is that federal government took action against Western Union. Western Union admitted to
aiding and abetting wire fraud.
Yeah, and they're having to pay a significant penalty. And Grandma's still waiting for her refund.
She's still waiting. She calls and she asks, do you know any updates about the refund? And unfortunately, we don't. But, you know, the key thing is they always have the same theme. We need money fast. They're reasonable amount of funds. And then once you spend and send the money,
it can't be traced and it can't be recovered.
Exactly. That means the person that you sent it to can't be found.
So the best thing we can do is warn you, and hopefully you guys can share this with your friends, and we just become more aware that it can happen. Thank you, Marnie.
Yeah, you're welcome.
We'll see you guys next time on Behind Inside Investigations.